Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Allan, Basajjasubi, and I'm a program officer in the Defending Rights stream at Natural Justice, based in our office in Cape Town, South Africa. Natural Justice, Voice for Communities and Environment, is a non-profit organization specializing in environmental and human rights law in Africa, with a focus on the pursuit of social and environmental justice for local and indigenous communities. The first discussion point will be on the location of iSimangaliso. The iSimangaliso extension, MPA, stretches 150 kilometers from the Mozambique boundary to approximately 1 kilometer south of Cape Verde. The iSimangaliso Wetland Park, Maputo Land, and St. Lucia Marine Reserves, together with the proposed southward extension of St. Lucia Marine Protected Area, are components of the iSimangaliso Marine Protected Area and form the iSimangaliso Wetland Park, which is 1.328,901 hectares in extent. Now, the next discussion point is the marine life found in iSimangaliso. They've been noted to be found nesting loggerhead and leatherback turtles. There have also been indications of a rare coelacanth, a rare kind of fish that was long thought to have gone extinct 66 million years ago. There have also been sites of southern right and humpback whales migrating through the exploration area. And they've also been known that there are endangered sharks and planktonic organisms, as well as finally, the area being noted as a migration route for sardine, an important ecological process in the East Coast. Now, with the next discussion point, this relates to the communities and the connection to the World Heritage Site. This particular project will likely impact the livelihoods of over 50,000 subsistence fisherfolk who eke out a living along the KZN coastline, from the north to the southern parts of the coastline. The activities of seismic testing and drilling will have impacts on marine life. The fish populations may either be killed or forced to leave the area. This will result in no fish for subsistence fishermen who fish in areas along the entire coast. The impact of this exploration will inadvertently increase poverty and potentially lead to more people being unemployed. Now, with the next discussion point, we look at the specific exploration activity. Offshore block ER236, in which Eni and Sasol are intending to commence offshore exploration oil drilling off the KwaZulu-Natal coastline between East London and St. Lucia, is approximately 50 kilometers south from the iSimangaliso Wetland Heritage Site. The proposed project involves drilling of up to 3 exploration and 3 appraisal wells within the exploration licensed area. Now, we're going to move into discussing some of the potential impacts that this exploration drilling will have on the World Heritage Sites. One of the impacts that is most likely to happen will be from noise from drilling that may endanger marine organisms in and en route to these areas, and may inhibit settlement and recruitment of fishes and invertebrates in the protected and sensitive areas. Another potential impact might be the oil spill damage during extraction, production phases, as it relates to the storage and transportation of extracted hydrocarbons. The consequence of this will be that the boundaries of iSimangaliso World Heritage Site will be pervious to water degradation and solid waste pollution. As party to the UNFCCC and the Paris Agreement, South Africa has committed to developing and presenting its national determined contributions, which set out the part that SA will play in the global effort to reach global gas emission reductions in order to achieve 1.5 degree goal. These current exploration license applications are intended to lead to a future production of oil and gas, which would serve to exacerbate fossil fuel dependency and increase South Africa's vulnerability to climate change impacts due to increased greenhouse gas emissions with devastating and adverse climate change impacts. This activity would not be in the best interest of South Africans as a whole, because we are in the middle of a climate crisis and any extraction and burning of fossil fuels should be avoided, as even small temperature rises will exacerbate coastal damage in the iSimangaliso World Heritage Site due to climate change and related impacts. Now, the next discussion point will be on the legal case that was instituted by Natural Justice with a few community and NGO organizations. An environmental justice organization known as South Durban Community Environmental Alliance, SETSI, has been supported by Natural Justice and Green Connection, which has been represented by Allan and Associates, to file a review application in the Pretoria High Court challenging the decision of the Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, Minister Barbara Creecy, to authorize any South African Sasol to explore oil and gas in Block 236 off the KwaZulu-Natal coast. The case has the potential to establish groundbreaking precedents in relation to how the need and desirability of all future oil and gas exploration should be assessed in light of climate change, and how the authorities must decide applications for environmental authorizations to undertake activities in marine and coastal areas. Now, the next presentation point will be some of the discussions that have come from the UICN and the condemnation of the particular activities in the World Heritage Site. Now, according to a ICUN consultation in 2020, site managers found that there had been an overwhelming majority of climate models that predicted warming, and that the site contains many thermal sensitive species, such as marine calcareous organisms, which have already shown signs of thermal stress. They also noted that climate change also carries potential impacts on the hydrodynamics of the site, which underpin many of the site's values and may have already contributed, likely in combination with other activities, including natural and human activities, to the significant depletion of the water surrounding the iSimangaliso wetland area. Finally, as part of its endeavors to ensure the environmental integrity of the iSimangaliso wetland area, Natural Justice intends to draft and submit a petition in which the relevant committees are encouraged to hold the relevant South African state functionaries to account for adequately enforcing the requirements of compiling comprehensive environmental impact assessment studies concerning the potential impacts to the iSimangaliso World Heritage Site. The resilience of the marine organisms in this region has not yet been quantified, as there is glaring shortcomings of data and modeling information that were used to compile the assessment of impacts, and the potential ecological and social trade-offs of damaging or displacing organisms from this ecosystem are great. Therefore, Natural Justice will seek to file a petition for recommendation by the committees of the issuing of a directive requiring that the applicants in question conduct more comprehensive impact assessment studies which adopt an ecocentric approach. This would need to be conducted afresh, thereby ensuring the participation and incorporation of the concerns of local fisherfolk communities who are intrinsically connected to the ecosystem services that are provided by the iSimangaliso World Heritage Site. That brings to my conclusion my presentation. Thank you so much for being a part of this process. I look forward to engaging with you guys further. Thank you.